Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. A few minutes ago, I got myself a haircut, and then I stopped over at the DMV to get my tags for both of my cars for the year. We are going to do a little more talking about protecting our DNA. There's a lot of things that we can do to try to protect our DNA. One of those things is not taking any kind of vaccines. Now, they don't like us talking about vaccines, but the fact of the matter is that the vaccines will change your DNA. Some of them will actually change your DNA to mRNA, which is a bad thing. It's known as transhuman. And the transhuman situation, they actually have decided that if they give you the shot, and the shot is registered on that card that they give you, that they can go ahead and write up a title, and you all of a sudden become property of the people who created the shot. So now you're nothing more than a car or a truck or tractor, any other piece of equipment that they can give a title to. Now all of a sudden you are the equipment, and they're going to put you on the title as the thing that they now own. So you no longer own you, they now own you, because they're the ones that created the shot that turned you into a machine. So there you go. That should be great Satanism right there, huh? But that is exactly what it is. They are destroying you as a human. You become transhuman, and then you are no longer legally or in any other way, shape, or form a human being. You now are a trans human being or a machine. That's essentially what it is. And so those kinds of things probably not in your best interest. Yesterday we talked about cloning, and that's kind of a strange situation. GMOs, a lot of the foods that we eat today are GMOs. In other words, they're not actually real foods. A lot of them are created in science labs and that kind of thing. A lot of the seeds that are grown are GMO seeds instead of the ones that are not GMO'd. Heirloom, that's what they call the ones that are not GMO'd. If you can get the heirloom seeds, you're a lot better off. If you can't get the heirloom seeds, well, that's probably not such a good thing. But let me see. One thing that I was going to talk about as far as those vaccines are concerned, and the titles that they give you. One of the things that happens is the fact that they have the ability to shut you down once they get the title to you. They can shut you down, or they can turn you into an assassin simply by destroying your mind and whatnot. And so then you don't really have a whole lot of opportunity to do anything other than what you're instructed to do. Now, as far as the GMO seeds are concerned, and as far as the GMO'd products are concerned, there's some we're going to talk about today. Wheat flour, for example, is essentially, for the most part, GMO'd. Now, you can get King Arthur flour, and there's one or two other brands that you can also get that are unbleached and unbromated, and that does at least help. As far as the corn flours, which I think are called masa, as well as the cornmeal and things of that nature, 93% of all corn is GMO'd. Now, that all means that the flour, which is the wheat flour, and the corn flour or cornmeal are all essentially bad for you. The good news is that the oat flour, the oats, oatmeal, whatever you want to call it, the steel cut, there's different ones. Those are next to impossible for them to GMO. So it is one of the few foods that you can still eat that is not going to mess up your molecular structure within your body. So that's going to be a good help. Most of the things that are out there, whether it's margarine or whatever, has all been GMO'd. And because of that, it isn't good for you. A lot of the structure of a lot of the foods is changed to the point where, for example, the margarines, for the most part, they can't actually go through your system because of the fact that they've actually changed the structure to the point where there's a lot of flat spots on those molecules. And as those molecules go through your system, they start catching. Once they catch, then you're starting to look at the potential of having hardening of the arteries. So that can be a real big problem. Another situation that the deep state, the dark side, had to be careful of is in changing the DNA to RNA, they were screwing up their ability to create super soldiers. Now, there's only about 100 super soldiers throughout, I believe, the history of creating super soldiers. And when you go off planet and you're looking at the demonic IA that controls the dark side, they want to destroy humans, but only to a certain degree, because they need that DNA to create the super soldiers. And so that can be a real problem for the militaries that want those super soldiers. Now, I told you the story about when I met that super soldier and the situation that I was in. I was certain I was going to get killed, but by the grace of God, I was protected from that super soldier. And there was a time, and it was during the reign of Obama, when a lot of illegal crap was going on. And I was in a lot of trouble because of the different things that had happened. I told you the story on the Life series about refusing to become a member of their elite organizations on the dark side, and instead I decided I would stay with the Alliance. And because of that, I faced death a number of different ways. And some of my colleagues that I had worked with, they did get killed. By the grace of God, I'm here today, and I can do these videos because of the fact that God spared me. And so that's why I'm here. That's why I don't take credit for these videos. God does these videos through me. I pray and ask the Lord to help me to do these videos to the best of my ability, but also to the best of His ability. And that is why, if the video makes any sense at all, it's because it is by the grace of God. So I'm going to give him all of the credit and all the glory for helping me to get these videos completed. I want you to know that I love you folks today, and I am so thankful to all of you who have been subscribing, who have been giving us the thumbs up. And to those of you who have been commenting, and several of you have been sharing our videos with others, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We do need more subscribers on Diet Chats, the other channel. And if you can find a video over there and want to give us some likes and then subscribe, we would appreciate that. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I hope that you have a good day. The way that a good day will start is through good prayers, and if they reach the throne of God, that's your key. You are going to have a good day, aren't you? And if you want the longing of your heart, especially if it lines up with the heart of God, well, you're going to get that too, aren't you? So with all of these things said, and especially if you want to see your loved ones saved, so that they can be here for the reign of Christ. That's what we want most of all. And with all that being said, well, you have a good day.